Welcome everyone, today we have a new guide for Diablo 4. Now this video is going to be a very special video. I'll be sharing a lot of tricks, a lot of tips and a lot of methods to get more gold, more experience and also more legendaries in Diablo 4 when you start the game at launch. Now the video is going to be so good that it's likely some of those methods may be fixed and also nerfed at the launch of the game. But regardless, let me show you guys the method, and those will be really good to get additional gold in the game, to get additional legendaries and also to get additional experience in the game. And I'll go through all the methods with you guys as well. Now, similar to all of our videos, if you want to see the notes for this video, come over to the description and also click on the links for the articles and also the website. So I have tried to make this one an article for you guys so it's easy to read as well. And if you guys do have more tips and also tricks, make sure you share with our community in the comments below, or maybe send me a direct message through Discord. And on the topic of sharing new tips with the community, our first tip and also trick is actually from one of our viewers. So a lot of viewers have been sending me similar messages, and I do want to say a big thank you for everyone sending me message on this one. And Skirm over here on Discord, he actually sent me a more detailed explanation of this particular trick, which I was actually not aware during the beta. But I want to share this with you guys, and if this works, make sure you use this at the launch of the game. So how do we get more gold when we're selling items? Well, normally guys, if you're selling weapons, you do get more gold compared to selling other gears. And if you're selling legendaries, they do sell more than the rare items and also the magical greed items. And a few of our viewers have said this can be taken a step further. Is that if you go to the Oculus and extract your legendary aspects, and this is from legendary gear of course, this is not from the codex from the dungeons. So once you extract the legendary aspects, then you can sell those aspects for more gold than the original legendary sell price. And this is actually like a free money, free gold and free arbitrage. So in order to double check this method, what I did was I went through my beta video footages for the Silver Slam, and you can see here I was crafting a gloves, and I was about to extract this level 11 gloves, and I was able to extract this one from the legendary of its aspects, right? So I wanted to deal 17% more damage when we have a barrier. Notice that this glove sells for 4,025 gold. And here, what happens once I extract the legendary aspects, this one now sells for 33,540 gold. And one thing you guys do want to notice is that when you extract items that are legendaries, you also cost you gold for extracting them. So it cost me 11,991 gold for extracting this one. So here are the numbers. So 4,000 gold if you sell it, and 12,000 gold if you extract it. But this whole thing sells for 33,000 gold. And what happened is, in reality, this method makes you another 17,000 more gold if you sell your legendaries this way. So there's a massive gold difference, right? So instead of selling this item, you come over to the Oculus, you extract this one, and then you sell it for additional gold. And yes, I do want to say thank you for all of the viewers who's been sharing this advice to me. And yes, I did actually get to try this one in open beta. Now the question is, was this one intentional? Well, I don't think this was intentional design by the developers, because this will be like a service fee. You do a service for the game, you extract it, then you sell it for more gold, right? But would this get fixed in the launch? So the first tip is, if this doesn't get fixed in the launch, you don't want to miss out. So that's why you should subscribe for more videos like this one. I'm joking. So I'm trying to share this one to make a guide for you guys so you understand what is available in the game and you don't miss out on things like this. Because if you're just selling this one for 4,000 gold, you're missing out on 17,000 gold this way. But of course guys, I'm not recommending to sell all your legendaries, and you can be disenchanting them, you can be keeping them for future crafting. Now coming over to our second tip, what if we take the first method a little further? If we want to find more legendaries, how do we do this? Well, here is a theory crafted method shared to me by a friend. So how to get more legendaries? Later on you're gonna see more ways of getting more legendaries, right? So this is the first way. Now because I haven't tested this out, I'm saying this is a theory crafting way. In other methods I have tested those out, and those are not theory crafting, but rather those works in the beta. So here's the second method I want to share with you guys. So what my friend recommended is to create multiple character accounts and just clear the tutorial for Act 1. And then you can pack those characters at the world boss spawn. Now if you guys haven't seen this video, definitely have a look at this guide, because in this video we actually talk about the method of using alt characters as a personal warp point. And this makes takes you about 5 to 10 minutes to clear the tutorial of the act. Then you teleport it very quickly using this method to the boss world point. And this is for the first world boss. So what you want to do is, usually you want to clear the world boss on your main character, right? And usually main characters do clear the world boss faster than the starting, Act 1 boss. And after clearing the main boss, you're probably still left with a few minutes, hopefully, and then you log into one of the alt characters that you have made that is parked at the boss location. And if there is still a boss around to be killed, you kind of get a free clear of killing this boss on the second character. So one of the ways of getting new loots on top of the existing ones, because a boss can be dropping loots, right? You can see over here. But other ways is that if we do have a new clear of a character on the world boss, I think this is per week. Each week you get a new clear and you get a reward catch. So this special loot box will give you additional legendaries on top of the normal legendaries you get from killing the world boss. Now, of course, guys, if you're clearing those and getting legendaries, and if those are good legendaries, you should be keeping them. You shouldn't be selling them. But if the legendary is like for a character class that is you don't plan to play and you don't plan to use it, or if it's a very bad role, you can use the first method to extract the legendary aspects and sell it for additional gold. So ideally, you're having a method of farming gold and also legendary that is going to empower your main character by making alt characters and clearing the boss for the first weekly clear. And yes, guys, this method can be used for farming more legendaries, because some of the legendaries will be universal legendaries. Like the one I showed you guys over here, this one's a universal legendary. It works for all the characters. So if you farm those legendaries at a lower level from the alt character, clearing out the world boss for the first time for the week, you can then use those legendaries for your main account up to level 50. And after level 50, you should be getting high upgrades of secret and also ancestral grade, which will make a new video on this one. Now the footages you guys see over here is when I was playing the open beta, the boss actually dropped 4 legendaries. But in the server slam and also in the actual launch, you're expecting 0 to 1 legendaries. Do keep in mind, guys, sometimes you get no legendaries, sometimes you get 1 legendaries. But this is just from the boss drop, right? So this is why you want to have a character that haven't cleared the boss for the week and get additional loot catch loot box because of this. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of Diablo 4 related topics and also videos and also guides. We'll be looking to the top meta builds, non-meta builds, leveling up, and also Paragon tricks. We're also looking to the latest events and also official updates and also changes to different characters and also different builds in the game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also turn the notification on, because a lot of you who are watching the videos have not subscribed. You can see 80% of the viewers who are watching our videos have not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for the latest update for Diablo 4. Now, if you guys enjoyed the first part of the video, let's come over to the second part, which will talk about how to get more experience and also more loot in the game. Now, the basic method of getting more experience is very straightforward. You can be getting elixir, which is a potion you craft for your character, to get 5% bonus experience for 30 minutes. Do keep in mind, guys, if you log out, the elixir will disappear. And if you do have a friend that joins your party as you clear the content, you get 10 more bonus experience. Now, many of my viewers, and myself included, I was actually not aware of this during the beta. So if you come over to the campfires at the stronghold, there's only one stronghold that is available currently during the beta, and that was Cold Dragon, level 25 stronghold. If you come to the stronghold, it takes you 2 minutes to get a 15 stack of bonus experience at the campfire, which translates into 15% bonus experience for the next 15 minutes. So this is really good, right? If you're playing Act 1, make sure you do this. If you're playing Act 2, when you get to a teleportation point, you can teleport back here to the stronghold if it's close by, which you should be using this method. So use this method that we make alt characters to make personal world points, and which is highlighted in this video. You make a world point to come over to the stronghold, you take advantage of the bonus experience, then you teleport back on your other acts, maybe it's Act 2 or Act 3, to get another 15% bonus experience. Now, for more information, this was explained more clearly on Maxwell.gg, so I have a screenshot over here to explain where to find the campfire and also how to use it. Now, coming over to our next method of AFK farming, and this one's focused on getting more legendaries. So this one was focused on getting experience, obos, and also legendaries. So we mentioned earlier, there is a way to kind of abuse the way that legendaries are kept in the stash, and this method makes use of this. So how it works is Diablo 4 actually have a very good system, which is a lost and also found system for legendaries. I think there's up to 8 to 10 legendaries that can be dropped that if you don't pick it up, it will still appear in the stash in the town. So when our characters come back to the town, we can pick those up and this can be found at the stash. So how do we kind of abuse this system? I'm using abuse, but really we're just making use of this one. So this was actually tested in one of my videos, and this was actually tested as I was farming the druid. So I made a timestamp for you guys to have a look exactly what happens. So the case for me is I had a friend who actually plans to run the dungeons and who can clear the dungeon solo. And I'll just join my friend, and here you can see me in the video, right? So I'm just standing at the entrance of the door. And I get my friend to clear the dungeon himself while I'm making my video, right? Because I'm making more guides for you guys as I play the game. So while I'm standing at the dungeon, he's clearing the dungeon for me, which is really nice of him. So I'm waiting for the legendaries to appear on the minimap. So if you open the map, and you can see there's golden stars, and those will indicate you have found a legendary. And, you know, usually as during I'm recording, I'll just quickly run over and pick up the legendaries. Now, to turn this method into a legendary AFK farming method is that you just stand at the door, your friend will clear the dungeon, and if you don't do the legendaries, technically guys, this is not tested because I actually picked them up. I think I only missed one, which came to the stash. So technically, if you AFK and if you disconnect or if you don't pick the legendaries up, the loot recovery system will help you pick up the legendaries that appear on the game. And this method kind of allows you to AFK in the dungeon while your friend is farming for you. Now, the interesting feature about Diablo 4 is that the monsters will scale towards a player's level. So technically, while my friend is playing a level 8 character, my level 40 or level 50 character can stand in the dungeon and still benefit of my great tier items. And this is quite good. But of course, this is not tested, because during the beta, both of me and my friend was level 25. So, no, this is just a theory crafting, but I think this will work. Now finally, just to make this extremely interesting and also potent, if you guys are in a guild, which I do plan to make a guild, so stay tuned for the future videos, which will talk about the benefits of joining a guild and playing co-op. So what I'm thinking is, if you get a guild of 2 to 4 players, and if you make this a farming session, so one player that is able to solo an entire dungeon does one run for the whole party, then he have a rest, while the other 3 players takes turns to farm the dungeon. It is not going to be the fastest way, but this allows you to rest a bit while the other 3 players are farming for you. So you can have 1 player farming for 3 players, or you can have 2 players farming for another 2 players, right? So this method can work wonderfully the more friends you have. That's why, guys, stay tuned. We'll be making a claim, and we'll probably make multiple claims. So this way we'll have a guild system that, you know, a lot of our viewers and also me, myself included, will share methods, we'll farm together, we'll get more loots, and also we'll test out different party synergies for different classes. I'll have the link to our Discord available for you guys. What we do is we'll probably have a Discord section for the guild, and then we break down into different guilds, and then we share tips and also, you know, farming tips this way with co-op. So make sure to use the links below to join our Discord and also to join us for Diablo 4 with co-op. Now, hopefully you guys found those videos helpful, and if you do like those guides and also special tricks, I'll be making lots of those and testing those at the launch of the game. So make sure you subscribe, because I don't want you guys to miss out on things that can kind of give you advantage at the start of the game, and the things you miss out could lose you a lot of gold and maybe lots of loots, right? So stay tuned, and I'll be making more videos for you guys on builds, guides, tricks, everything related to the game. Now, before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too, and she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.